Hello, this is a bit of a long video. It's a bit of a technical question. I would write it up as a post on forums, but it seems a bit too detailed to write it up, so I figured a video was easier to try to explain my thoughts. This is my network at the moment. I have my LAN IPs and VIPs, I have my sync interface, and then I have my two WANs going out to my VIP public IP, and then using two private IPs for the WAN kind of link so the two routers talk to each other. That's how I read online that it's supposed to work. I don't know if there is any traffic that actually goes like that, or if it all happens just down the sink. Not sure, but this seems to work. The question I have is around updating on the routers. I logged into my router 1 and it said there was an update available. I logged into router 2 and it didn't see the update, which makes sense because the public IP is pointing at this one and this one doesn't have any routing available. So when I hit update on router 1, it started downloading the updates, which is fine, and then it started updating. What I didn't check at the time was if it had failed over to router 2, so while this one was offline and updating, did this one here take the VIPs and then do routing this way? Or, because this router was still online, did this one remain as the VIP primary, but routing broke as things like the services, DHCP, DNS, whatever services are on there, as they updated and restarted, did routing then break so I had a broken internet? Because I know the way my understanding is it's supposed to fail over at that point, but I'm not sure how that works. And I didn't think to check, so that's my first question. The second question then is to update router 2, I have to manually set this one as failed over, so this one gets its public IP. So this one then can see the update. The problem is when I then start updating this one and this one goes offline to do the updates, this one's still marked as manually failed over. So I've lost internet here. So I then have to watch this one for when it's updating, and when it goes, just before it goes offline, I then have to bring this one back online. I quickly get rid of that. So it fails back over to this way while this one's updating. The question there is that how it works? Or because I know I'm not, these are supposed to have their own public IPs as well, so they always get the updates. But because I need to do the failover to update, I'm breaking the internet there. Is that correct? Is that how it works in my mind? Is that right? So if that is the case, then can I do some complicated thing here where I take these WAN IPs and I give them a public IP? So let's say, for example, let's change that to 192.168.100.3 and 192.168.100.2. So these, say for example, would be internal LAN IPs, and then I do some cross routing where that one talks to that interface and that one talks to that interface. So both of them technically have an internet connection through the other's router. So they both see the updates and they both have internet, because then while this one's offline, this one will still have internet through that way. I should probably use a different color for that. Let's go for a green. So this one goes offline, and then the VIP goes like that. But then when this one comes back online, this one then gets an internet connection through here. So then that one goes offline, but it's still getting its internet through this connection. Is that a viable option to allow for kind of tricking the system into thinking I've got three public IPs when really I've only got the one, but I'm routing kind of through the other one? Um, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that's going to work. That's why it's an interesting question, and that's why I've done a video rather than typing up, because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to type it up. Let me know. I'd be curious on your thoughts. Thanks.